Welcome to Malta, where we're still searching for the world's strongest man. And this is the Blue Lagoon, home to some of the bluest water in the whole world. And also home once upon a time to the Maltese falcon. But these days, the only Maltese falcon you're going to find is in the cinema, because in the 1980s, the real thing was hunted to extinction. Victory in Heat 2 of the Metrex Trophy for Niko, the world champion in 1997, and joining him Rennie Minkvits of Denmark, who finished runner-up in that group. Samuelson and Barr there already, who'll join them from Heat 3.
My name is Glenn Ross. This year I won the title of Britain's strongest man, but this event is a different class. Starting with Gerrit Badenhorst, he has been one of the top strongmen for years now. He has made the final last year and is favourite to qualify again. Svend Karlsen was a finalist in Las Vegas 2 years ago and was actually leading when he got injured. Definitely a danger to everyone. Janne Virtanen, another dangerous Scandinavian, missing out in the final last year in a tie break and is desperate to make it through this year. Noga, an American football Hall of Famer and a pro for 13 years, considered the best athlete ever to graduate from the University of Hawaii. Paananen, another unknown quantity from Sweden, but the Swedes are always tough. And then me, Glenn Ross. As I said, I am Britain's strongest man. I am fitter and stronger than ever, and I hate being beaten.
So just to remind you, there are 6 more men in this heat, 6 events, only 2 of these guys will make it through to the final. As for the fish, I gather they're getting a bit choosy. The secret is you have to tempt them with salt and vinegar crisps, and then you hook them with ham. So while I'm hatching this cunning plan, our 6 strong men are going to be boating, stone hugging, some serious humping, arm stretching, logging, and they finish with the 50-metre individual medley. As ever, we're down at the harbour to get things underway with commentator Paul Dickinson.
Our 6 strong men in this heat. Starting off with Jorma Paananen of Sweden. He's already seen his friend and teammate Magnus Samuelsson go through. A new name to world's strongest man, Niko Noga from the United States of America. Svend Karlsen, injured last year but a finalist in 1997. Gerrit Badenhorst, Africa's strongest man. Janne Virtanen, feared by many as one of the big men of this year's competition. And Great Britain's strongest man, Glenn Ross from Bangor in County Down.
Is there part of you that thinks you should have been the world's strongest man 2 years ago?
Yeah, it is, of course, but you know, if you can't go through a whole competition without an injury, you don't. So that's why I have this man here now, to prevent those kinds.
To look after your nipples?
Yeah.
And what about this first event? Is this a good one for you?
I don't know, actually, because this is a brand new one for me.
I'm not sure any of the strongmen know what is in store for them here. All I can tell you is 2 100-kilogram sacks to be carried the length of the course, and it's Glenn Ross on this side. About the weight of a washing machine, and Janne Virtanen, he's off to a flying start. What is it about these Scandinavians? They move so well. Glenn Ross has got a lot of work to do. Ross is certainly the heaviest man here. 180 kilos, that's nearly 400 pounds. But it's Virtanen right in the centre, Svend Karlsen from Norway next to him, and Jorma Paananen, the Swede, on the far side. But look at this, the Finn is flying. He's ahead of Svend Karlsen. Glenn Ross has got a lot of distance to make up. While none of our strong men in any of the heats so far have managed to finish this course, the total weight of everything at the moment, 350 kilograms, and Glenn Ross is making ground on the leaders. Tremendous performance from Britain's strongest man. He's gaining on Janne Virtanen. And Svend Karlsen's gone down, and so has Gerrit Badenhorst. Glenn Ross in second place at the moment. What a turn up for the books. He's always complained we haven't given him credit when it comes to the endurance events. Oh, that is magnificent for Glenn Ross. A brilliant victory for Janne Virtanen of Finland in the very first event, and valuable points for Glenn Ross. He's absolutely exhausted, and I think this is going to be a real test now for John Inverdale.
Do you speak any English?
No,
Why?
koska mä olin liian laiska koulussa.
He was too lazy at school.
I always catch people. So I'm so underestimated. I think I can't move, I haven't got the cardiovascular, but I'll always come through in the end.
What was your target before that?
I said top 2. This year, I have to get. I'm going to go through this year.
How tight a heat do you think this is going to be?
I think the toughest heat. We got Svend, me, this guy, and Glenn Ross. It's a tight heat.
Did he expect to win that race?
Ootitko sä voittavasta?
Joo.
Yes.
Another penetrating insight into the world of strongmen. So 6 points to the Finn at the start of this heat.
A beautiful afternoon in Valletta Harbour, and an event now that I'm not sure many of the spectators will ever have seen before, the Husafell stone. The first man to try it, Jorma Paananen. He's got to try and carry this 180-kilogram rock as far as possible down the course. It used to weigh 200 kilograms, but it's been dropped so many times it's lost a bit of weight over the years. And this, a traditional strongman event, has its roots in Iceland, where apparently the best carrier of the stone ever was a farmer's daughter. And that was centuries ago. This is now. And the Swede is going well. Jamie Reeves, as ever, just giving him a little bit of support, telling him where to go and when to stop. The turn at 40 meters, oh, he's done well. That was very neatly done. So Jorma Paananen, past 50 meters, past 60 meters now, he's still going well. That's 65.34. A tremendous performance by Jorma Paananen.
And Gerrit Badenhorst certainly couldn't match that. 43.68 for him. Fractionally behind, Niko Noga, 43.48. And better for Glenn Ross, 51.56. He's second with 2 men to go.
Svend Karlsen. We can see just how muscular this guy is. Absolutely rock solid, and he's got to be. Still, Jorma Paananen of Sweden, 65.34 is the lead. Now, can he get those big arms locked around the stone? Yes, he can. He's carrying it very high on the chest, and in the past we've heard guys say the higher it goes, the better, but it makes things very difficult as far as breathing is concerned. And Jamie Reeves is actually having to run to keep up with him. 40 meters, looking good. Come on, Svend, they're all shouting. A lot of applause coming from the crowd, heading towards 60 meters now. Still looking comfortable. Oh, he's come to a halt. He still needs a couple of meters. That's Lene, his girlfriend, shouting for the man. Oh, he's got it. It's just beyond Paananen's distance. It's 66.11. And Svend Karlsen is back.
A good bit of Viking power there.
Yeah, just hope that is enough now. You never know.
Is that about as far as you can go, or could you have gone all the way?
You never know, not now. Anyway.
Save it for the final. Save the energy for the final.
Just hope we make it there now.
Well, there's some way to go before the final 2 men are selected to go through to the final 4 events, to be precise. Janne Virtanen, the last to go in our second event in this heat. He won the first event, and he's got a distinct advantage in going last. He knows exactly what he's got to beat now, and he's very tall, 6 feet 5 inches, He's not the heaviest man in this heat, but he's very agile and very mobile. I think that's the most exercise Jamie Reeves has done for some time. One of only 3 British men to ever win World's Strongest Man, Jeff Capes and Gary Taylor, the other 2. They'll be watching this with interest. But Janne Virtanen is going well. He's beyond 50, heading towards 60, and he's going like a train. Can he win 2 in a row? Yes, he can. He's got it. Only just 67.66. 12 points from 2 events. I'm not sure he knows whether he's won it, but I can tell you he has.
So, Janne, are you going to be the top Finn this year?
Kumpi meistä on niin
He'll go.
he thinks that it's still my turn and his turn will be next time.
But is that because you have more around your neck than he does? Is that his?
I think so.
Ask a stupid question. So Virtanen, 6 points there. Karlsen in second place, something of a Scandinavian monopoly. Glenn Ross, though, in second position and eyeing that final at the moment. Well, this is the loading race. 5 items to be picked up and put on the wall over there. This is the lightest. It may seem like an old bag to you, but it weighs the same as your wife and your 2 children, and they all get progressively heavier all the way along until this massive chain that weighs the same as your wife, your kids, your cat, your dog, and everybody who lives next door to you.
And it's Niko Noga from the United States of America on the right-hand side. A first-timer in World's Strongest Man up against an old-timer, Gerrit Badenhorst of South Africa. The 100-kilogram sack up on the shoulder. The sprint towards the wall, oh, very easy. Niko Noga, what, a couple of seconds behind already. Now the barrel, 105 kilograms. And Gerrit Badenhorst, well, of all the strong men that are here, he's one of the most experienced the world's ever seen. But look at this, Niko Noga is catching up. Badenhorst throws the log up there, 110 kilos now for the anchor. It's actually slightly lighter at 105, but it's very, very awkward. Oh, as you can see from that. Now, come on, Gerrit, you need the points. 240 kilograms the chain. This looks as though it could be Niko Noga's best event yet. And this is so, so close. Badenhorst just struggling a little bit. There's still a lot of power in those legs, though. He's a former world powerlifting champion, and Badenhorst has won it. He just snuck ahead of Niko Noga, 61.77 to 64.78 seconds for the American. Those extra points are what Badenhorst needs.
So you might be back in there.
Well, we must first see now. You know, the other guys must still go, but it's hard to say, if it's a good time. I made a few mistakes, but at least everything is on.
Were you looking to beat the time there, or did you actually think it was going to be a question of getting the actual items on the top?
See, it's not very heavy stuff. It's just awkward. And I think the guy who's not going to think what he do will definitely miss out.
It's brain not brawn then?
I think so. This one.
And things still looking good for Badenhorst when it came to the final pairing, because in the intervening period, Paananen could only manage 62 seconds, and Glenn Ross, with a few tactical errors, 74.
And now the final pairing. Svend Karlsen of Norway on the right-hand side. Janne Virtanen of Finland on the left. Ooh. And if there was a false start in World's Strongest Man, that was it. Virtanen just getting away ahead of the Norwegian, but Svend Karlsen already a shade ahead. I think Virtanen will find this quite easy. He's so much taller than Svend Karlsen by about 4 or 5 inches, and this is neck and neck. Virtanen in the lead overall. Svend Karlsen needs good points, though. He's in joint 3rd place at the moment with Paananen of Sweden. And this is very fast. It's so much faster than anything else we've seen so far. They're going to be well inside 1 minute, that's for sure. Virtanen just ahead of Karlsen, or is he? Yes, he is. He's finished 42.05 and 45.84 for Svend Karlsen. Those times were outrageous, and they take 1st and 2nd place once again.
It almost seems unfair for you to do it that quickly and to come 2nd.
Yeah, I think so. but made a slight mistake there in the end. I was trying to push the chain all the way while I was standing there. So I think I lost it from there, but I don't care. 2 men are going to the final. One of them got to be me, because I can't go home, because I have no place to go.
Played 3, 1-3 for the runaway Finn, but things aren't looking too good for Glenn Ross now, finishing last there, and that means he's back in 5th position, 3 points behind the automatic final placing.
It's not over till it's over. I mean, got 2 static events tomorrow, which is my forte, and the log for reps, which I hold the record at. I hope to beat. And the grip I'm not too bad at. So hopefully if I hold that out, get a bit of treatment on this calf, I've still a good chance, because like I'm only 3 points off the lead, and that can be gained in 3 events.
So here we come to a brand new event for World's Strongest Man, the Hercules hold, effectively a crucifix position, and hang on for as long as you possibly can do. And Sven, you're one of the people who's trying to get into the final. You need a bit of Viking power here, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I think I need it, because you never know what to expect from a new event. And I've never done this before, so just do my best. I have a little bit stomach problem today, but luckily for me, it's no running in this event.
How much of this is about putting up with pure, simple pain?
Most of it, actually, I think. Probably going to feel like you're ripping you apart, and I will hold on for as long as possible, but pain doesn't matter. I've been born with pain in Norway. It's too cold there in the winter.
Well, the first man we're going to see is Glenn Ross, Britain's strongest man. But Jorma Paananen of Sweden has already set a time of 24.61. Equal 4th place at the moment. He needs big points in this event. Steady as a rock so far. And as Svend Karlsen was saying, it's the pain you've got to block out of your mind here. You've got to have guts and determination to do this. It's absolutely ripping your hands apart. 170 kilograms is the pull of each pillar on each arm, and it's gone 25.45. Glenn Ross has set the target for everybody. Now then, Niko Noga of the United States of America.
Are you ready? Bolts out. Set the gear.
I bet he's never tried anything like this before. An American footballer by trade, and they certainly do shift a lot of weights in their training, that's for sure. They're all very strong men. I bet there's a whole pile of guys in the United States who play American football would like to have a crack at this. But it's Niko Noga who's flying the flag for the USA at the moment. It's gone! 25.47. Can you believe it? 2/100ths of a second ahead of Glenn Ross. Gerrit Badenhorst, the next to get ready.
Ready? Bolt out. Get the space.
Here we go. And Badenhorst needs good points here. He's on equal 3rd position at the moment with Paananen, 2 behind Svend Karlsen, but Janne Virtanen, 3 out of 3. The Finn is going for it. Now Badenhorst is a former world record holder in the deadlift. His grip should be solid. Oh, he's gone. The right hand went first, 23.24. I think he's blown it with that performance. Now then, Svend Karlsen next to go. 6 points behind the leader. Can you believe it? Virtanen is absolutely brilliant. But the Norwegian here is a very tough competitor, and still Niko Noga's time of 25.47 seconds. The lead, the American, holds pole position. Oh, he's shaking, and his hands will be burning. The pressure across the shoulders, absolutely incredible. He's gone, 24.20. He's down in 4th place, and there's 1 to go. The last man, Janne Virtanen, and look at those clouds in the background. It's getting darker by the second. Janne Virtanen, 170 kilograms in each hand. Can he make it? 4 wins out of 4. I've never seen that in Strongest Man before. Niko Nonga's time of 25.47. Is it still going to be the best we're going to see here today? He's getting closer. The Finn has done it. That is fantastic. Oh, so easy. Well, thank you very much. He's on the stage, so he's doing a little dance. It looks as though he could have gone on forever. 33.17. Maximum points.
I was aiming for 35 to 40 seconds. That would have been a winning time, so I was disappointed.
But as things have turned out?
As things turned out, it's been okay for me. And got me a third spot there, and hopefully I can hold out and do the business tomorrow.
Well, as the storm clouds gathered, Virtanen through to the final with his 4th straight victory, but all the interest now centres on who's going to make it to the final with him. Any one of 4, and Ross has a real chance. Now, you both know how important this next event is for the two of you, and you're going against each other. Glenn, well, how nervous actually are you?
As nervous as Sven is.
How nervous are you?
I'm very nervous because I spent more time on the toilet this night than I've been in my bed, so this is going to be very hard, I think. We just have to wait and see. I think it's all going to go down with the last event, the medley later today. It's fair then.
Well, the best man wins.
Yeah, good luck, Glenn.
Well, I'm sure the atmosphere is going to change on that stage in a few moments' time. They've both got to lift the 110-kilo log as many times as possible, and 4 athletes have done it already. Niko Nonga from the United States of America is in the lead with 9 repetitions. And this is what the crowd have been waiting for. I think Glenn Ross really fancies his chances here. And he really does need good points as well. Equal third behind Karlsen and Virtanen. 13 points is the same total as Paananen as well.
Svend Karlsen.
I think in actual fact it would do Glenn Ross the power of good if he could win this event, and Karlsen was to go way down the list, but I can't see that happening. Karlsen is such a gritty competitor. Well, Karlsen away the quickest. Glenn Ross pretty steady as well. Both men successful with 2 repetitions, and Glenn Ross has gone ahead already. He's got massive arms as Glenn Ross, and he's making that log look very light indeed. 17.5 stones above his head with ease. Karlsen 5, Glenn Ross 5. You need big lungs for this event as well. There's a lot of endurance involved. Go on, Karlsen, get it up. 6 all. Glenn Ross just easing ahead with 7 now. This is a war of attrition out there. Karlsen looking unsteady on his feet. I don't wish to be unkind, but that's very good news for Glenn Ross indeed. Glenn Ross goes to 9 repetitions, equal first place with Niko Nonga of the United States. Come on, Glenn, 1 more. He's got it. He's in the lead, but he's got to keep going. He doesn't know what Svend Karlsen has got left. Karlsen looking round for some guidance. He's got 8 repetitions, and Glenn Ross has got another one. I don't think Karlsen's got anything left. Glenn Ross going for number 12, but I think he's finished. Can he win it? Yes, he can. It's maximum points for Glenn Ross, and Svend Karlsen will finish up in equal 3rd place. Tremendous performance by Glenn Ross, his first victory.
And you knew you were ahead of Svend, didn't you?
Well, sort of did. Sort of did, because British guys here are cheering for me. Well, just spurred me on, you know, because they were letting me know that I was going to be ahead of him, you know. So hopefully now just dig in this medley and just do it for Britain, you know, and Ireland.
Well, he was doing it pretty well there. A first victory for Britain's strongest man. And with Virtanen out of sight, it's now a head-to-head between the Irishman and the Norwegian for the 2nd spot in the final.
Well, I'm sure Svend Karlsen has done his homework. Those 1.5 points represent 2 places ahead of Glenn Ross in this final event, the medley. And it really is a killer. Svend Karlsen checking the equipment. Glenn Ross striding out. He really does mean business. Badenhorst, well, unfortunately, on his way back to South Africa after this event is over. Janne Virtanen is on the near side. There he is. Hey! Certain to make it through to the final is Virtanen. He's accumulated a massive score. The 300-kilogram tyre. Come on, Glenn Ross. He's got to flip it over twice. Svend Karlsen picks up the cannonball. He's on his way. Together with Jorma Paananen. There's Virtanen. Glenn Ross has got a bit of work to do. He's struggling just a wee bit at the moment. Glenn Ross gets the Maltese cross up. Karlsen is away and running. The anchor, which weighs 105 kilos. Glenn Ross looks as though he could be out of the final. There's at least 3 places, 4 places difference between Karlsen, and Karlsen drags the chain. Virtanen is catching him up. The Finn could just win it on the line. He does, but Karlsen is through to the final. Glenn Ross just failed at the last hurdle. A brilliant performance by Svend Karlsen, a magnificent performance by Janne Virtanen, and a poor old Glenn Ross, the man from Bangor in County Down. Oh, disappointment for him. A valiant effort, but not enough to beat Karlsen and Virtanen.
I feel sick inside, you know. I said that 6 weeks ago I felt I was in the best shape of my life. The final suited me. I'd even dreamed of the final might have even give me glory, you know, if I got there. But this wacky race here, it was never going to suit a torn calf injury. But I mean, I just give it all I got, really. Best man won here on the day, and that was Svend Karlsen. And I hope he goes on to win the final.
I know in my heart that if I'm back by the full me, I can go for the title. I hope so. And it meant a lot to me because me and my girlfriend were expecting a child now. So this is a dream come true. And being sick for a year and been competing for over a year, this means a very lot. So no matter how it goes to the final, I'm going to be very happy as no matter what.
But what about Virtanen? 6 events and 5 victories in this particular heat. And Karlsen making it through to the final with him. Bitter disappointment for Glenn Ross. So 5 Scandinavians and a Scot through to the final of the Metrex Trophy. Well, Janne, tremendous effort, especially in those first few events. You're almost invincible. But never mind your success as far as strongman's concerned. I know you don't speak much English, but, you know, fishing is an international language, and I got so close to this massive fish today.
And those muscles will be flexing for another heat on BBC One at 4:15 on New Year's Day.
I'll be back.